Welcome again. This is Noje TV, and now today we are going to see how we can calculate the limiting value of, in the case of indetermination, case of 0/0. Now we are going to see how we can find this limiting value with the aid of L hospital 0, with L hospital 0 of finding limit in the case of 0/0. Okay, let's see how we can use this to calculate the limit when we meet with this case of indetermination case. So let's say that we have a function hash of x which is equal to f of x over g of x, okay, at x which is equal to a, okay, and here when x approaches to a. Now, so limit of x, limit of hash x when x approach to a or tends to a, will have equals to f of a over g of a. And now we have, in this case, we have to see that f of a would be equals to 0, okay, and also g of x would be equal to 0 in order to fulfill this condition, okay, this condition, or this case of 0/0 determination case. Okay, so I think at x which is equal to a, both of the graph where the y equals to f of x and y equals to gx, here both of the graph y equals to f of x or y equals to gx, okay, will across x-axis, okay, x-axis, so that f of x would be equal to 0 at x which is approached to a, and also gx would be equal to 0 at also x approaches to a, okay. So let's draw a graph here to represent this one, and in order to make them clear, okay, I think I have y-axis and also x-axis, okay, right, okay. So I think here it is in the origin. So let's, by using freehand drawing, here it is x-axis, and here also it is y-axis. Okay, by freehand let's draw a function f of x. Okay, y which is equal to f of x, and also it is a crossing x-axis. Also let's draw other function which is also crossing x-axis, and let's call this function equals to y equals to g of x. So let's say the distance from origin, this distance up to this point, let's call it a. Okay, this is a. Okay, so it is simply means that y would be equal to 0, or f of x would be equal to 0 at x which is equal to a, or gx would be equal to 0 at x which is equal to a. Okay, so let's plot this point a. Let's call this point a. Let's also plot another point here. Let's call it p. Okay, also let's plot another point here and call it q. Okay, so let's also plot another point here and let's call it q. Okay, so if you join this point, okay, see, come to get a light triangle. Okay, right. So I think here you see, and here also you have an angle. Okay, so here we can say also let's specify this distance. Let's specify this distance. Okay, let's specify it as a hash. Let's call it a hash, or yeah, let's call it a hash. So okay, let's call it a hash, so that overall distance would be equals to a plus hash. Okay, a plus hash, right? So as we can see here, you see that at point key, from here in the origin, x would be equal to a plus hash. Okay, now key p, the distance key p, this one. Okay, from here distance p key here. Okay, it would be equal to f of a plus hash. Okay, right. So also the distance q would be equals to f of distance from here q to q. Okay, this distance would be equals to a plus f of, no, g of a plus hash. Okay, so simply it means that if we come here, okay, at this point or at this first definition, this one, okay, we see that f of x over g of x would be equal to f of a plus hash over g of a plus hash, okay, and also would be equal to kp over k, and this would be equal to h of x, because we have seen here that h of x is equal to f of x over gx, okay, at a which is equal to a. So here we can say that let's specify this hash in capital letter so that we can avoid any confusion, okay, right, okay, yeah, right. So what we have to know here also, if we divide top and bottom by a key, yeah, okay, if we divide top and bottom by distance, key by distance, a key, this one, a key, okay, a key, we'll have f of a plus hash over g of a plus hash, which is equal to kp over key a, okay, over key q over key a, okay, and this one is equal to tan of angle, let's call it beta, okay, let's call it beta, right, and this one let's call it alpha, okay, alpha, yeah, right. So here we'll have tan beta because it is the ratio of distance pq over distance a key, okay, this is this would give us tan of b, tan of n, okay. This is simply that dy over dx, which is equal to f of x, or derivative of f of x, would be equal to tan of beta, right? The same as also at the second case, dy over dx, which is also equal to g of x derivative which is also equal to tan of alpha. Okay, yeah, so we can conclude by saying that the limit of f of a plus hash over g of a plus hash at the hash which is approaching to 0, okay, would be equal to limit of f of x over g x at x which is approaching to a, okay. This, as you have seen here, this would be equal to tan of this would be equal to tan of b over tan of alpha, which is also equal to the limit of okay, which will be equal to, as you have seen, that tan of beta is equal to the first derivative of x, and tan of alpha is equal to g of x derivative. So this would be equal to f of x derivative over derivative of g x. Okay, so as a conclusion you can say that limit of f of x over g of x, okay, at x which is approached to a would be equal to derivative of f of x over derivative of g of x when you meet the indetermination case of the form 0 over 0. Okay, that is what's called L hospital 0, L hospital Z 0. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you are the first one on this channel, I can tell you that don't forget to subscribe so that you will be the first one to see the first new video after being uploaded. Thank you.